Hello students. Okay, now I move on to the module 1 of another concept, the assembler 2. The assembler 2 belongs to the same chapter, but there is another topic is the machine independent assembler features. Okay, till now I explained about machine dependent assembler feature, for that how to convert your object program. Then next is the same program, whatever I did from the beginning, from that main program, read record and write record. The same program can also rewrite by using additional adding some of the concept for that one. Using that I can also write your object program. It will not affect it for any one of your code. Then what is machine independent assembler features? The totally 5 machine assembler features are not closely related to machine architecture. The first one is literals. The second one is symbol defining statement. Third one is expression. Fourth one is program blocks. The fifth one is control section and program linking. In that exam, for all these chapter is theoretical oriented. No need to calculate anything. Just you should be understand the concept and should be explain the concept depending upon the question. In the exam you will get explain literals with an example, or explain symbol defining statement, or describe with the expression, or explain the program blocks and control sections. Very important. You will get an 8 marks question on this. The program blocks and control sections somewhat both are same, but it will be representing in different way. That's all. Okay, these three, so you will get in 4 to 5 marks for literal, symbol define and expression. And after learning of these topics, you should go for assembler design option. How to design your assembler? There are 2 ways. One is one pass assembler. The second one is multi-pass assembler. You know how to solve one pass assembler. You know forward references. I explained the last previous classes what is forward references. For using that you can go for one pass, and this is for the multi-pass. I will go for explanation multi-pass assembler. The last is the implementation example is MASM assembler. Okay, this is already know in the last 4th semester what is MASM assembler and what are the instructions are available. This is generally you will get it for this. You know all those things how to write for the MASM assembler, but more concentration on this topic. This is for theoretically you should be read it. You will get a 1 question on theory and 1 question on problems for this one. It can be depending upon the examiner we set the question. Okay, let me move on to the first topic, the machine independent assembler features. The first one is literals. I told the same program, whatever you read, the same program can be converted into using of literals. Then what is in literals? Okay, literals is previously I am writing for this program. It is a convenient for the programmer to be able to write the value of constant operand as a part of the instruction. Okay, somewhere I am writing this statement. See, end fill LDA EOF. So EOF is a label, that now EOF label is value. Then EOF I am defining EOF is equal to byte C EOF. This value is always constant, it will not change. You take one more example, LDA EOF. EO there LDA 5, then 5 can be replaced with C. LDA 5. What is 5? 5 word 5. This 5 value is constant. That value is never change. That means that constant value is not change. Instead of defining one more label as for that, to avoid that label, directly define the constant value in the place of operand by using of literals. That is, the representation of literals is LEA equal X 5. Okay, that means then equal is used to represent the literals. Okay, now read the statement. It is a convenient for the programmer to be able to write the value of a constant operand as a part of the instruction. Okay, this avoids having to define the constant elsewhere in the program. See, I am always defining at the end. That is, no need to define elsewhere in the program and make up a label for it. I am avoiding the label for this. Such an operand is called literals because the value is stated literally in the instruction. Okay. Now, a literal is identified with the prefix equal, which is followed by a specification of the literal value. Okay, see, I am writing the end fill LDA EOF, EOF byte C EOF. Instead of writing these two lines, I am combining to represent like this. How to write? End fill LDA equal. The equal is I am writing a literal. What is the type? Is character type. What is the value? EOF. Okay, that means these two lines are combined. I am writing like this value. Let's take one more example. W loop TD output. The TD is test the device. What is the device name is? Output. The output is defined elsewhere in the program. The program. Output byte X05. These two lines I am again modified by using a literals, can be written as TD equals W loop TD is equal to X05. That if we write this way, we call as a literals. Okay, this is not affecting my program. This is your big program. I explained in the last class. Okay, this is your program. The same program I am modified as wherever you see LEA equal CEOF. Again somewhere else I am writing TD equals X05. Again WD equals X05. The same program, but I am using what? Literals. How to represent literals? The literals are represented by equal. The next, what is the next one? The literals are different from immediate operands. Don't confuse with the literals and immediate operands. Okay, see example. Immediate operands are identified by using hash symbol. The literals are represented by symbol of equal symbol. Both are different. That immediate operands, for example, hash 1000. Thus the value will be written here. The same value. But this is literals. You have to compute the object code for this each line first, then it should be written here. Okay, both are different, immediate and addressing mode. See, with immediate addressing, the operand value is assembled as a part of the machine instruction. With literals, the assembler generates the specified value as the constant at some other memory location. Okay, that the both are different. It's not same as literals and immediate operand. The next, whatever the literals are used in the program. The next one, all the literals operands used in a program are gathered together into one or more into literal pools. Whatever the literals I am using, all the literals are defined at the end of the program. It is called literals pools. We called as in literal pools. The normally literals are placed into a pool at the end of the program. At the end, I am defining all the literals. Then after an end statement, we used a literal pools. How many literals are I using in the program? See how many literals? See, I am using the program. For this is one more is EOF. The second one is 05 and third one is 05. All the literals are defined at the end of the program by using star equals X05. Again star equals C EOF. Like that I have to write it. I am representing like this. Star X05 equal 0 EOF. I am defining how many EOF. One is 05, one more EOF. For that, all literals are defining at the end of the program by using this one. What is star? The star is the current value of the location counter. What is there in this line? That value should be taken. See, I am writing star. The star is the current location counter will be taken the value. Okay, say this is one I am defining. This is called literal push. After the end of the statement, I am written. I am not written one more. What is the one more? The one more is EOF. See, there are two options. All the literals can also written at the end of the statement, or else if you don't want to declare at the end of the program, you can also declare wherever you want in the program. Wherever you want to declare that literals in your program, then I had to use one more assembler directive. See, the literals pool is placed in the object program at the location where you want by using an assembler directive is LTORG. LTORG is an assembler directives. By using this, you can define your literals where you want. For that purpose, in this program, using one LTORG. See, LTORG, I am defining till this line. How many literals are defining? See, is there any literals? No. From this, I am defining the line number 45, LEA equal CEOF. Then I have to tell what is CEOF. That is called literals. Now that literals I am defining in the same main program itself. Then LTORG assembler directives I am written. Below that I am writing star equal CEOF. Instead, if you don't want here, if you want, you can also write at the end without using LTORG. Okay, got the point? The literals pools always should be right in the bottom end of the program, or else you can use anywhere in the program by using that keyword LTORG. For that, LTORG I am defining here. Above that, how many literals are defined? I am writing. Once you define the literals in LTORG, no need to define once again at the end of the program. Because of that, I am not defined here. Let's see, there are two literals, one X05, X05. Both are same literals, then duplicate is not required. Only one literals defining at the end of the program. Okay, next is, for that only telling. Using LTORG concept. Then what happens? Literals placed in a pool by LTORG will not be repeated in the pool at the end of the program. Most of the assembler recognize duplicate literals, that is same literals used is more than once in the program, and store only one copy of the specified data value. I am explaining with an example. Then literal implementation. The basic data structure needed in a literal table is LIT table. It is called literal table. For each literal used in this table contains the literal name, operand value, length, and address assigned to the operand when it is used in the literal pool. For this is automatically created. The literal table is organized as hash table using a literal name or the key value as a key. Then what happens in the during pass 1? The assembler searches literal table for the specified literal name or value. If the literal is already present in the table, no action is needed. If it is not present, the literal is added to the literal table. You know, it is same as symbol table. Pass 1, when LTORG is encountered, assign the address to the each literals not yet assigned an address update location counter. What happens in the during pass 2? Search literal table for each literal encountered and generate the operand address. The data value specified by the literal in each literal pools are inserted at the appropriate places in the object program exactly as if the values has been generated by byte or word statement. It is same thing as like that only. If the literals value represent an address in the program, the assembler must also generate the appropriate modification record. For an exam, we should be write point wise point. What is literal and how to represent the literals and how to store the literals and what is an implementation and what happens in during pass 1 and what happens in during pass 2. You will get the maximum 5 marks. Write point by point with an example for this concept of literals. Thank you.